Alrighty, you guys, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream. We are continuing here where we left off. Obviously, things are, really kind of getting pretty crazy out there. Here recently in Pensacola, Florida, we do have ourselves a tornado warning. This is actually a tornado, a particularly dangerous situation here. Damaging tornado has been confirmed by law enforcement. In which we are going to be talking about. But what's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing good out there. Glad to have y'all back here for another round of live streaming. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly how long we're going to be live here for now. But I wanted to hop on for a while because we are seeing a lot of activity. You know what? We're actually going to hop back over here back to Pensacola for a minute. So, actually, in terms of this storm right now, there's some very strong rotation with it. I'm going to go and hop you guys over here. Very, very strong rotation over Gulf Breeze right now. Not seeing anything on correlation coefficient, likely because it's actually over mostly water at this point. It's right there on the coast essentially, but it is right here near Gulf Breeze, in which you need to be inside of your shelter because obviously this is a confirmed tornado. There's also another. There's actually another tornado warning here in Florida too. I'm gonna switch over here to KEVX, kind of just. Yeah, pretty much northwest of Panama City here towards Seagrove Beach, Blue Mountains Beach here, in which if you look at the velocity on it, then it's really not anything too crazy going on there, but we need to watch it as obviously a few tornadoes could be possible out there. So we'll be watching. Now, we are watching Dallas. Okay, we're watching areas near Dallas because things are starting to get a little crazy out here in Dallas. Now, right now, Dallas-Fort Worth area is pretty much clear at the moment, but north of you guys, we actually do have a couple of nasty storms that's getting ready to moving its way into the Dallas area. Like I said, the weather models, like the HRRR, was supporting this thing getting relatively close. Okay, something just fell upstairs. Anyways, but there was something that was relatively, like I said, showing this thing relatively get close to portions of, northeastern, or pretty much close here to Dallas. HRRR supported that. Then you had the NAM. The NAM 3K kind of showed it going right over Dallas. So if I was in Dallas, I would definitely be watching out for this here. Let's see. Mafia Dude with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Saying, have the chances to increase for the city of Dallas or still iffy? Like I said, we're watching Dallas right here, right now. Storms are relatively north of you. Here, I'm actually turning this down a little bit. But in terms of your risk, I believe, it's still pretty much the same. You know what? They still have the moderate in effect here. They upgraded the convective outlook here a little bit ago. We still have the moderate, still for the same probabilities. But you, my friend, are in the enhanced. You're in a level 3, which you still have a really big threat, in which I would seriously be watching out for. Because, like I said, it's going to be possible we are going to be seeing some, some severe weather out that way. Now, right now, I'm sure, honestly, if you probably look to your north, you might be seeing, a bit of activity kicking out there. In terms of what's going on, let's see, back on velocity here. There's a bit of rotation on that one cell here directly north of Dallas. Now, this is it's pretty far away from Dallas here for the most part right now. But honestly, it is, it honestly is definitely rotating pretty good with it. But we'll definitely be watching out for Dallas because you guys are in the line of fire here. So we'll watch. You know what? I didn't even think that they had this here earlier. Did they just add a 2% tornado threat for Ohio? Here's a new outlook. 2% chance for tornadoes in Ohio there. Kind of north central side. Interesting. But also, like I said, right now the highest tornado probability exists along western Oklahoma here. Damaging winds. 30% chance. So, for Dallas out there, 5% tornado threat, 30% chance for, wind damage, potentially up to, I'd even say up to 80, maybe 90 mile per hour winds at max. And in terms of hail, potentially really large hail, maybe 3+ inches in diameter could be possible out there. So, when it comes to it, it's definitely a really big problem for all hazards, actually. So, we're just going to need to watch out for, any of these storms that form in this environment because, like I said, seriously, this is, definitely getting pretty crazy. Let's see here. Supercell Chasen, what's up, dude? Hope you're doing all right, man. Haven't seen you in a while. Says, I'm on my way to Parrington with snacks and supplies. Please pray for everyone affected. Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's been been pretty crazy. Today, it's been really crazy. Last several days, really. I mean, we've had back-to-back enhanced risk, and we had 2 moderate risk in a row. It's like we gone from this like very quiet period to this a lot of activity. And now, speaking of, guys, I want to take a moment really quickly to talk about their tropics, because there's actually a system now that's getting ready to form in the Atlantic. Yep, so activity is really kind of getting getting crazy here. Let's see. We'll pull up the NHC if it'll actually pull up. I tell you what, though, I'll actually look over here at the North Atlantic really quickly. So not just the GFS is supporting this. There's multiple models showing a possibility here of severe weather. Why isn't this not loading? Apparently none of my stuff wants to load here. All right, you know what? I'm going to hop back over here for a moment. And then I'm going to restart my browser stuff. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Anyways, but yeah, let me actually pull up the Hurricane Center for you guys real quickly, because we do actually have a system that is out there that is expected to form here in the next little bit. Now, right now, it is right now it's a low 30% chance of formation, but according to multiple models, such as the the GFS does show a pretty long-lived system here. You can actually see. Right there. That's it right there. Even like the ECMWF, the European model, does support this thing forming too, obviously not going out as far. And then, of course, like the Icon model, Icon supports it too in some, in the extended range there. So, yeah, no, it's definitely pulling up with a bunch of models, unlike what that one cell or that one that one system we were watching in the, kind of towards the Gulf did not eventually happen, thankfully. That did not happen. But we only had the GFS, which is, like I said, I was not really too supportive on that idea. I usually wait until there's multiple models talking about it. But luckily, that did not happen. And that's definitely some good news. Anyways, but yeah, no, back over here, y'all. We do have a tornado warning in effect areas directly north of Dallas. This is for, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and pop up this view. So this is directly north of Dallas. Let's go and give this a measurement here. Yeah, the center of that tornado warning is about 55 miles north of Dallas right now. So heads up to you guys. And like I said, these storms are tracking relatively to the southeast. I do think that they are going to get really close, if not directly, impact areas of Dallas. So we are going to watch these. Like I said, right now these storms are tracking southeastward. As you can actually see, these guys are tracking down to the southeast. Pretty powerful storms, actually, and are moving in now, pretty much now is moving into northeastern Texas. Now, areas of Texarkana, I would really be advised to watch this. Mount Pleasant, you guys as well, Sulphur Springs, those regions in northeast Texas. Really advise you guys watching those because, like I said, latest models, the models for the last while, has indeed been supporting a couple of those systems or a couple of those potentially supercells rolling through. Here's actually what the latest models have to talk about. This is the HRRR, high-resolution model. And you notice how it has a couple of discrete supercells. You've noticed that, going right through northeastern portions of Texas. Now, that's a little concerning. That's a little bit concerning in my book. Also, maybe some for south-central Oklahoma, too. So, like I said, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit worried about that if that did actually come out to play, because it does show a few long track supercells driving right next to Dallas here at some pretty early hours of the day. In this case, around midnight, actually. So obviously people are going to be starting to be in bed. This is not going to be really that good. Now, in terms of what other models think, like the NAM3K, the NAM3K does kind of show the same thing, a little bit further away from Dallas area, kind of more towards Texarkana, like I said, Sulphur Springs, Mount Pleasant area. So obviously we got to be looking at, regardless, across northeastern Texas, as like I said, definitely a few long track supercells capable of producing all hazards, tornadoes, large hail, and like I said, damaging winds, potentially tornadic like wind speeds could be possible too. In some instances, maybe over 80 miles per hour. So definitely could be quite gnarly out there. So to my northeastern Texas people, obviously, yeah, heads up to you guys. Seriously, it's going to be a little interesting. Like I said, we're already starting to see those storms move its way into Dallas, or not necessarily Dallas, but northeast Texas now, I should say. As you can see here on the current radar view, here's the state boundary right there, that blue line right there. and there's a storm rolling its way now into northeastern Texas. And like I said, right at the current moment, we do actually have ourselves a tornado warning that's in effect here south of Sherman, here towards areas of Ethel. We have Macomb, we have Elm View. Let's see, areas also of Farmington, Howey. You guys are inside of a tornado warning for the next 18 minutes. Not just a tornado is possible, but there's also the possibility here of 1.25-inch hail, which could be a good possibility here in regarding to the storm. So not only is it tornadic, there is also the possibility there for some large hail. And now here's the thing. So under the storm, under that tornado warning, there's actually a severe thunderstorm warning in place as well. And they are talking about the potential here of 65-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. So like I said, reality, the storms that's over here, kind of towards areas south of Sherman, once again towards like Howey and Elm View, you guys are in that warning there for, like I said, all hazards being possible. So we got to be looking out for that. Let's see here. Trinity says, hey, can you look at Douglasville, Texas, and tell us where these storms are going so we can need to get to our shelter ahead of time? Thank you. Yeah, of course. So you want me to take a look here. You said Douglasville. Let's see. Douglasville, Texas here. I got you covered here. Here we go. So Douglasville, Texas, making sure. Yes. All right. So yeah, you are in the enhanced risk. Obviously, you do have, you are in that line of fire. And like I said, according to multiple models, you are expected to be under the gun here in a little bit. Let me go ahead and switch you all over here back to the models for a moment. Yeah, so this is actually showing right around you here, kind of for around 06 and 07Z, which 06Z is, I believe, 2 a.m. Eastern, so 1 a.m., so kind of around like, midnight to around, I say midnight to 3 o'clock a.m. That could be around the time of the storms rolling through, but it's still, like I said, according to what model you look at, HRRR, NAM, both of them do support a pretty nasty scenario out there. I would say your main concern is going to be damaging winds and hail, followed by a few embedded tornadoes. Could not be ruled out completely. Now, the good news is that you're not in the highest tornado risk here for today, although you are still in that boundary where obviously a few tornadoes could not be ruled out. So I would still watch out for the possibility of maybe a few tornado warnings existing across northeast Texas. Not necessarily over you. I mean, it's possible, but like I said, there's no way of us telling this right now because storms are still a little bit of a ways away from you. But yeah, we'll definitely be updating you on that, and we'll keep you informed. But yeah, so right now I would definitely be ready to go to your shelter in case if obviously a warning is issued at some point here for tonight. Just make sure I would actually stay up a little bit later tonight because these storms do look a little nasty. Like I said, obviously I would make sure you have a way to receive alerts, such as there's multiple mobile apps out there that can obviously give you alerts and stuff like that. I would recommend on that. If not, if you don't have a weather radio, consider purchasing one. You can run up to Walmart really quickly. I'm sure that you are, you're well enough away to actually be able to go like to Walmart or something, pick up a weather radio. I'm not a sponsor or anything. I just care about y'all's safety. So go pick you up yourself. Not necessarily what, it doesn't matter what model, just something that can give you alerts in order to make sure that you are staying prepared. So, but yes, I would definitely keep an eye out there for you. But yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. In terms of this, like I said, right now the main thing is that we're starting to see these really gnarly storms across, like Oklahoma. They're starting to track southeast, and like I said, now getting ready to move into northeastern Texas here. They're already starting to. And speaking of what's going on here in Oklahoma, we do actually have ourselves quite a few nasty storms kicking off here. Right here towards Oklahoma City, the western side of Oklahoma City is currently under a severe thunderstorm warning for the potential of 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 1.5-inch hail, and a possible tornado. Could be a possibility. So we'll need to be on the lookout for that. All hazards, once again, could be a possibility there. Now, like I said, it's a tornado possible. It's not a tornado warning. The difference is that a warning means you need to take action immediately. A tornado possible means that there's a possibility that a tornado could happen out of that storm. But right at the moment, it's not an immediate danger of a concern. So in case, like I said, right now for Oklahoma, we are okay. There's no areas of very well-defined rotation right now. There's obviously, really not anything that's rotating right now. The only main concerns I would say right now for Oklahoma City is the threat for potentially large hail, up to ping pong ball size, as well as maybe up to 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Actually being a possibility. So heads up to you guys in Oklahoma City. Now, right now in Norman, Oklahoma, there's actually, Moore and Norman, there's actually currently a severe thunderstorm warning in place for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and ping pong ball size hail being a possibility out there. This is, in effect for the next 44 minutes, essentially. So we still got a little bit to go. before the storm in Norman, gets canceled here. But obviously, if you're in Norman, definitely, obviously, be indoors. Do not be outside during this here. But I will tell you, if you feel safe, or if it makes you feel more safe, I would maybe consider going to a safe spot because of the large hail threat. Maybe up to ping pong ball hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Wind-driven hail is a possibility out of the storm. So I would highly consider it. Obviously, just definitely, regardless, stay away from windows. That's all I ask you in case of that storm. Let's see. We're down here in Duncan, basically, south of Lawton, Oklahoma, we got ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, kind of your normal severe thunderstorm warning you typically get. But it is definitely a storm you should still consider watching here, and a lot of lightning activity on it as well. So we will definitely be continuing to watch that in particular cell. You never know if maybe some strengthening at some point could occur. But once again, our main concern here is the storms that are starting to move into northeast Texas. Once again, we do have a tornado warning in effect here south of Sherman towards South Maid. We have areas of Dorchester. We have Howey, Elmview, Ethel, those regions out there. That's got to be on the lookout for this. Right now, it's still radar indicated, so there has not been any confirmation as of now of a tornado actually existing in the storm. There's no confirmation of it yet. But don't let it go confirmed while you're not in your shelter. So definitely remain in your shelter until further notice. We only have 12 minutes to go until this warning is, expired. And like I said, if there's another warning that gets extended because they still think it's tornadic, then I will let you guys know about it. But like I said, Howey, Dorchester, you guys are right in the middle of it, in which we are going to be looking out for this here. Anyways, but that's that. Emmett says, will St. Louis have anything? No, St. Louis is good. Nothing expected for the next several days. Everything's all right out there. That's what's going on, you guys. Once again, Fort Worth, Dallas, y'all out there, Texarkana, Sulphur Springs, Greenville, Mount Pleasant, those areas in northeast Texas, heads up to you guys, because obviously there is going to be a potential pretty good shot for severe weather later on. But I'm going to go ahead and hop you guys back over here to the radar out here towards Pensacola. We did have ourselves a confirmed tornado a little bit ago. Some very, very tight rotation did work its way offshore. Still does have the potential of producing a water spout, I'd say, which I bet you they put a water spout possible. They sure did. So a water spout being possible out there just off the coast of Pensacola there. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Obviously, water spouts can be dangerous and overturn vessels. Obviously, the storm itself producing some gusty winds, which can create higher local waves, which obviously can in themselves potentially capsize vessels as well. Now, right now, we do have a tornado warning here still in Florida. This is directly south of Freeport. This includes areas north of Seagrove for the most part. From what it looks like, I want to say it's mostly rural, if I'm not mistaken. This includes Bunker and Port Washington, by the way. So that is currently where that's at. Now, right now, honestly, I'm being quite frank with y'all. I don't see much of any tight rotation on this in particular cell. There's obviously a bit of in and outbound wind shear, which is obviously, creating that possible concern of a tornado. But like I said, until further notice, until this warning gets expired, which expires here in 10 minutes, I'd still remain in your shelter until further notice, just for your all safety. Just take a few minutes just to remain in your safe spot, and then once this gets expired, and then I'll definitely let you know. We actually got a bit of flash flooding going on in Pensacola as well. Let's see here. Between 1 and 3 inches of rain has already fallen, with an additional amount of 2 to 4 are possible. So obviously lots and lots of rainfall falling out there towards Pensacola. And you know what? Honestly, it even looks like there might even be another area of rotation right here just southwest of Myrtle Grove. The more I look at it, like I said, the more I look at it, the more I see that, which, like I said, definitely is, definitely is pretty crazy. In which, like I said, obviously we should watch out for another possible water spout and everything like that. Oh my gosh, my mom wrote me. That noise you got, I don't know if y'all heard that on my stream, but my mom sent me something, and apparently, here, I'll even share it with you guys. Oh my gosh. My mom sent me this. That's that noise that you guys heard. That was a glass jar full of beads and stuff like that. It fell off the wall. So if you guys heard that loud bang, that's what that was. That wasn't earlier in the stream. Oh, man. Yeah, that's... Wouldn't want to clean that up. Anyways, but like I said, guys, watch out towards Pensacola for the next, I'd say at least the next hour or two. As obviously a few, potential water spouts out there off the coast, and a few, potentially tornadic cells could be rolling through. Now, right now, so Pensacola, the storm that's currently over you guys right now, obviously is, like I said, the storm that's currently over you guys right now is definitely a lightning producer as well. In which definitely is something that you need to remain indoors for. Obviously, you don't want to be outside in all of that nasty lightning and stuff like that. But anyways, let's see here. But yeah, that's basically all that's going on out there in portions of Florida. So really, yeah, like I said, right, nothing too crazy other than those. But anyways, but we're going to go ahead and hop back over here towards Oklahoma. Once again, Oklahoma City actually now in a severe thunderstorm warning here for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail being a possibility out of that. Look at that. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts could be possible. We got 0.75-inch hail being a possibility as well. So that's basically penny-size hail being a possibility. So Oklahoma City, we have Midwest City included, Mustang. We have Norman, obviously, kind of in their own severe thunderstorm warning with a little bit of higher hail being possible, up to 1.5-inch, which is ping pong ball size hail being a good possibility out there. But like I said, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts does seem to be a really big concern out here potentially towards Oklahoma City, in which if you guys are in Oklahoma City, heads up to y'all. Same thing for El Reno, Oklahoma here. We're looking at the possibility of not only 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts, but maybe even ping pong ball size hail and a possible tornado cannot be ruled out on that cell. So we're going to need to be looking out for this here. Now, the good news is right out here towards Oklahoma, I'm really not seeing any areas of rotation that's currently happening across the Oklahoma City metro area. So that's good news for now. But like I said, these storms are a different breed, and they could easily produce a tornado at any given point, in which we got to be on top of these storms here. We got to be continuing to watch these as, like I said, you never know. In a matter of minutes, there could be nothing, but then next thing you know, a tornado could be starting to form. So we'll definitely be watching that one. Once again, now we do have a tornado warning that's still in effect. Radar indicated. Once again, there's no confirmation that this tornado has been on the ground yet or is on the ground yet. There's no confirmations here. Like I said, obviously directly south of Sherman here towards Hilton, we have Howey, Farmington, Elmview, we have South Maid, we have Macomb, we also have Ethel. You guys, once again, this, for example, is directly north of Dallas. There's Dallas right here. There's Dallas. There's Fort Worth. Directly north, you lead up to this tornado warning that's in effect for the next 6 minutes. So it's almost about to be expired here, but there's also a shot for potentially large hail, too, on it, maybe up to $half size. So we'll need to be looking out for this. But the good news is mainly over rural areas of southern Grayson County. Following locations also included Ethel, Canyon, Lulia, I think that's how you say that, South Maid, White Mound, portions of Sadler, Farmington, and Elmont. You guys are included inside of that tornado warning. Now, once again, we're going to hop over here to velocity on this, check for any rotation that's ongoing inside the storm. Definitely is a little bit of rotation, definitely occurring inside of the storm. So I actually honestly think they're going to extend that tornado warning possibly further down to the southeast. And like I said, that would really not be surprising either, because once again, the models that what they're talking about here is that, especially the HRRR are showing multiple discrete supercells coming in from south Oklahoma, moving into northeastern Texas, in which that seemed like to be a pretty good probability, in which we're already starting to see these nasty storms rolling through here. But anyways, that is essentially, what we are seeing out there. So we're going to keep an eye on the Dallas area. Now, once again, like I said, if you guys live towards Dallas, Fort Worth, like I said, make sure you monitor the weather later tonight. The storms are going to happen a little bit late tonight for you guys. Like I said, there's a possibility that these storms could completely dodge Dallas, but there's also a possibility that some of them could form towards Dallas. The models, for the most part, show it going relatively east, just east of Dallas, but honestly, considering the environment that these storms are in, it would not be surprising if we maybe even got another storm that popped up that the models didn't pick up that could go over Fort Worth and Dallas. So really just a general area of northeast Texas you might want to watch really closely, especially if you live towards Mount Pleasant, Greenville. That's actually where the models are very confident on storms actually impacting later on towards midnight, if not after midnight. So obviously... those are areas that we got to really be, like I said, really got to be keeping an eye out there for. Anyways, but that's that. Let's go and take a look here towards Tulsa. We got a few storms. It's kind of towards Tulsa, relatively due west of Tulsa right now. Now, Tulsa is not all in the clear. You got a slight risk, which is a level 2 out of the 5 spectrum here. So level 2 out of 5 on the Tulsa storm is possible. Like I said, the storms are tracking eastbound. You can see this kind of line that's forming here. All these storms are moving in this case kind of towards Tulsa. Now, I'm not saying that Tulsa's going to go absolutely unscathed. I mean, but you are in a lower version of the threat, but still there is a shot that a few of those could go severe warning. And actually, speaking of right now, to the west of Tulsa, we are currently watching a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for areas of Fairfax, Relson, Pawnee, Cleveland, Alton. That's actually in effect here for the potential of 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and the possibility for nickel-size hail as well. So we're going to have to watch out for that. But you never know. The severity of these storms could continue as they continue moving eastbound. And obviously, if that happens, they'll be tracking over Tulsa within the next couple of hours. And obviously, that could throw a maybe potential severe weather, severe wind threat possibly there for Tulsa. So Tulsa, although your probability is a lot less to areas such as like Oklahoma City, I would still keep an eye on the weather for at least the next couple of hours. And once that line essentially goes over you, after that, you're good to go. That same thing applies for these areas, like Elk City, Clinton. You guys have already gotten your storms for the most part. That's the great thing about, lines of thunderstorms is once the initial line rolls through you, your chances quickly drop off, of seeing any severe weather. So that's good. Now, anyways, but it looks like, from what I'm seeing here, it looks like a new severe thunderstorm warning has just now been issued. This looks like a relatively new cell that's starting to pop off here. Let's see here. You know what? No, it's actually not. It was actually a larger cell at one point. It kind of decayed. It started dying out a bit, but it looks like it might be trying to get its act back together again, which did actually warrant a severe thunderstorm warning for areas of Sedan, south of Goatbow, kind of right here towards the Hubbard Regional Airport. Once again, this is directly northwest of Lawton. Here's Lawton, Oklahoma. So you guys are in that. Like I said, obviously there's a possibility for 1.5-inch hail, which is equivalent to ping pong ball size hail, and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts could be a possibility here. So we'll need to watch it. Sewing says we just got a severe thunderstorm warning. You know what? Yes, you did. Let's see. So you, my friend, yeah, you're right on the edge of it though. But there is a possibility for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there. Honestly, since you're on the northern part, you're probably not going to be applied directly to that. However, on the other note, there is actually a wind reading not too far away from you reporting 44-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Although not there at that 70, it's definitely gusting pretty hard there. So I would, just definitely, remain indoors, well away from windows. Honestly, to kind of, like I said, obviously help out for, because worst case scenario, your window gets blown out. You do not want to be next to it with, glass going all over the place. Yeah. Definitely would not be good. Not saying that will happen. I'm just saying, just looking out for you. And I would remain away from windows here. Anyways, but like I said, my friends, y'all in Oklahoma City, once again, we got ourselves another line of severe thunderstorms rolling its way through. We've already got a few of those that's already rolled through Oklahoma City. We are currently watching another one that is now approaching Oklahoma City. Now, Oklahoma City does have a relatively new warning. This is a possibility here for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. So even, like I said, typically penny-size hail is nothing really too crazy, but, honestly, if it's moving at 70 miles an hour, I have a feeling that could even cause some dents in vehicles and stuff like that, which obviously, like I said, if you're in Oklahoma City right now and you can do so safely, now would be a good time to park your car in a garage or a carport or something, just in order to prevent any possible damages. I mean, even the winds alone, flying debris, potentially, stuff flying all around here could hit your car. Obviously, in that case, you do not want to, leave your vehicle out there, to, obviously help protect for any potential damages out there. Anyways, but that's that. Once again, let's do a little update on this tornado warning here. We got a new tornado warning that's taking its place here directly north of Dallas is where the storm we're looking at right now. So here is Dallas. That's Dallas. There's Fort Worth. We track our way up here to the north slightly. Really not too far away from Dallas. So from center of Dallas to the center of the tornado warning, it's about 45 miles here. So obviously you guys are, like I said, obviously you guys are in the warning directly north of Dallas. Now this includes areas of Howey, Farmington. We also have areas of, Westminster, Van Alstyne, Trenton, Pilot Grove, Blue Ridge, and Melissa. You guys are under a tornado warning. This will be in effect here for the next 44 minutes here. There's also a shot at the potential of 1.25-inch hail in diameter, which that is equivalent to basically half dollar size hail. being a possibility here. So we are watching that. Now, currently, this warning is in place for the next 44 minutes here. Obviously, this is a radar indicated threat, basically saying that the radar has picked up some rotation. As of right now, at least, there is no confirmation that this tornado is on the ground. But like I said, regardless, confirmation or not, you better be taking action for it. You better be inside of your safe spot. And actually looking at the rotation right now, you can actually see that there is some towards Elmont. Pretty, kind of decent rotation here, kind of just south of Elmont. And in terms of, if we zoom into that, where that rotation's at, there is a few buildings nearby. Obviously, those areas have got to be in their shelter because, the rotation is right over you guys, in which, obviously, this could very well, even though there's no confirmation of it yet, it very well could spawn a tornado at some point here. So, we're definitely going to be watching this. Now, anyways, but this area of rotation is going to be tracking its way to the southeast, kind of towards areas of Anna. You'll see areas of Chambliss, Westminster, areas of Sadala. So obviously, heads up to you guys. We definitely need to watch out for this here, really close here. Pat says that is east of me. Well, obviously, yeah. Stay safe out there, man. Seriously, obviously, like I said, these storms moving in portions of northeast or in Texas, they're starting to get pretty strong. And like I said, the models did support only that happening. So obviously, as these storms continue tracking their way to the southeast, eventually moving over northeastern Texas, like I said, obviously at that point there will be the potential for, all hazards. Like I said, the main concern out here for northeast Texas is damaging winds, large hail, and I hate to say it, but there's a possibility of a couple of tornadoes too. And the reason I really hate tornadoes happening at this time is because it's night. You can't see anything. People are going to bed. Not necessarily a good time for tornadoes, obviously. No time's a good time for tornadoes. But in this case, it's a little bit worse because you can't see it. You can't always rely on hearing it either. I mean, because, the moment you can hear it, could already be right over you. So that's not a good thing. Like I said, I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm just trying to keep y'all informed. And like I said, maybe stay up a couple extra hours tonight in order to prepare for what's happening out here. Because, like I said, from what I've seen on the models, it looks a little ugly. It looks like it could go pretty ugly. So, I'll obviously be, monitoring the situation. I'll obviously be keeping an eye out there for it. Anyways, but back over here towards Oklahoma City, we are continuing to watch the storm that's actually starting to move into the northwestern side. There's a possibility for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail out of the storm, so we'll definitely keep an eye out there for it. Now, west of Tulsa, once again, Tulsa, you guys are not, like I said, obviously, you guys are not out of the question quite yet. Like I said, there is a possibility that obviously a few, like I said, a few warnings could be issued out there towards Tulsa. And speaking of, west of Tulsa right now, like I said, really not far away from Tulsa, there's currently a severe thunderstorm warning, severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and potential of nickel-size hail as well. So, like I said, as the storms continue tracking eastbound, like I said, it's not going to be impossible that Tulsa at some point down in time could see maybe a severe thunderstorm warning or two, as these storms do appear to be still potentially damaging producing. So that is that. Anyways, let's go and take a look here at this one discrete cell. So we got this one individual little cell here. It doesn't look like it's doing so good. It kind of faded out there, picked up a little strength, and now it kind of looks like it might be weakening a bit. This might even be one of the last warnings we get out of this storm here. But there is currently a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for areas here towards like Sedan. We have east of Gotbo. You guys are in the severe thunderstorm warning for the potential of 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and the possibility here for actually 1.5-inch hail in diameter, which is equivalent to ping pong ball size hail being a possibility out there. So obviously heads up to you guys who live out in those regions there. Like I said, obviously there's a shot for maybe some large hail and some damaging winds. Now, actually, during the storms, once again, during the storms, weakening stages, in some cases, that can be the most violent time period of the storm's life, is the fact that, once everything starts to die out, the updraft starts to weaken, that warm air that's going up into the atmosphere starts to weaken. All that hail that was lofted, it can't be held up anymore by the updraft because it's weakening. So all that hail starts to fall. And obviously in that case, that's kind of where, the most hail can be expected. Even that sinking air can create, strong downdrafts and obviously, which would allow for some damaging winds to occur. So, yeah, once again, during the death of a thunderstorm or severe thunderstorm, that is usually In most cases, the most destructive parts, the most destructive part here of the storm's history, or the storm's life here. Anyways, but let's see here. What about Fort Worth? Like I said, in terms of Fort Worth, we are watching you guys. Now, right now, obviously over Fort Worth and Dallas, if you look at the radar, it's clear right now. However, like I said, as we continue on into the overnight hours here, around midnight, maybe slightly after, there's going to be a shot for a few thunderstorms across northeast Texas. Now, for the most part, the models did say that there is a shot, there's a potential that some of these storms could just go east of Dallas. There's a chance that these storms could completely dodge Dallas and Fort Worth. However, personally, I believe it's possible that these storms could still form over towards Dallas and Fort Worth. Just playing it safe for you guys. Just knowing the environment that the storms are in, there is nothing limiting the fact that there could be more thunderstorms, potentially some more, individual storms forming out here towards Fort Worth and Dallas. So it's possible. I think the more higher northeast you go, the bigger the probability is of you seeing severe weather. For example, areas towards Mount Pleasant has a greater chance of seeing severe weather than, say, areas, I'd say, towards Fort Worth. But like I said, there is no way of saying that 100% chance Fort Worth will not see anything at all. Or there's no way of saying that it will 100% see something. But I am very confident that we will be seeing some severe thunderstorm activity in northeast Texas, east of Dallas and Fort Worth. I really do think that that's a higher probability. So we'll just see how these storms play out here. And like I said, right now these storms are moving in from southern Oklahoma, now moving into northeastern Texas currently. And these storms are tracking relatively southeastward. So in terms of what's going on with these guys right now, like I said, we actually do have a tornado warning that is in effect here towards areas of Anna, Weston, Kelly, Melissa. It actually looks like in that latest frame we got a bit of a hook echo on that too. You can see how it has like that little tail on it. That is what we call a hook echo. And it does look like there's a little bit of rotation in that, just a little bit. Obviously, still warranting that tornado warning, still needing that tornado warning. Anytime you have rotating thunderstorm, it's the best bet to issue a tornado warning. But like I said, at the current moment, right now, there is no confirmation that this thing is on the ground. But like I said, seriously, this could change in a matter of a minute, in which still, tornado on the ground or not, still remain in your shelter until the warning is gone. Seriously, do not ignore these warnings. They are there for a reason. They are there to help save your life. And like I said, seriously, seriously, just take a moment out of your day and just try to avoid this if possible. Try to avoid, the nasty weather by taking action. But anyways, that's that. That's what we're seeing here. What about Denver right now? I see storms brewing up west of Denver, wondering if the wind gusts look like. Well, I'll tell you what, Denver right now is actually not anything crazy. These are non-severe thunderstorms. They're, really nothing too crazy. Yeah, no, honestly, I'm not worried about those storms. And you shouldn't be worried about those ones either. Those ones are not expected to be anything too bad, so that's good. But anyways, that's that. Let's go and take a look at Florida. Oh, shoot, we got a severe thunderstorm warning south of Tallahassee now. Look at that. Got a storm kicking off here towards Crawfordville, towards St. Mark's, for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail being a possibility. The area surrounding is in the marginal risk, the level 1 out of 5 on the spectrum, but there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. This includes the coast here towards Live Oak Island, also portions of Skipper, Spring Creek here. You guys are in the warning once again directly due south of Tallahassee. This is currently where this is located right now. Now, like I said, we'll go and take a look here back towards Pensacola, because earlier we did have a couple of tornadoes that was reported out there, which I think turned into a water spout at some point. So in terms of the velocity on these guys, definitely a lot of lightning activity. I mean, look at all those lightning strikes according to the radar here. I mean, lots of lightning is being detected here, from up in satellite view actually. So in terms of what's going on, across the region, obviously excessive lightning is occurring out there. They also issue a special marine warning talking about the possibility for water spouts. And like I said, obviously water spouts, you can read for yourself, easily overturn boats and create locally hazardous seas. Small craft could be damaged in briefly higher winds and suddenly higher waves. So obviously to the boaters out there, obviously seek port, avoid, navigate around these storms to obviously prevent any damages or injuries, or even worst case scenario, fatalities. We don't want that. So obviously try to avoid those storms if absolutely possible. But yeah, but that's all that's going on. Everything else is just typical Florida stuff. Just just normal Florida things going on with your daily thunderstorms occurring. Got a few special marine warnings out. Yeah, this one's just for wind gusts, not necessarily any water spouts. This guy down here is for water spouts and 40 knot winds, possibly directly east of areas of Palm Bay. So obviously out there in the waters out there east of Palm Bay. But anyways, we're moving back over here to the heaviest activity. Once again, this is where the nastiest of it is occurring. Once again, we're talking central Oklahoma right now and northeastern Texas. We are currently watching that because, like I said, that is the worst area right now for severe weather that is currently occurring. So we're going to need to be looking out for these areas really closely. Anyways, let's see here. But yeah, that's what's going on. In northeast Texas, we have tornadoes since November. I'm weary. Yeah, obviously that's good. We don't want any tornadoes, though. Let's see here. Is there anything serious tornadoes in Fort Worth? Now, in terms of Fort Worth does have a tornado probability. That's actually equivalent to a 5% chance here. So if I switch you over here to the convective outlook for today, here's today's tornado probability. Obviously, it's the highest across western Oklahoma here. But in terms of Dallas-Fort Worth, you can see Dallas is in the 5% zone. So basically, meaning every 25 miles across the Dallas-Fort Worth area, every 25-mile box. Imagine a box every 25 miles. There is a 5% chance a tornado could drop somewhere in each of those boxes. So it is a possibility. Although, like I said, there is higher probabilities for other things, like damaging winds is at a 30% chance, significant, maybe up to 70 to 80 miles per hour, in some cases maybe even higher. And in terms of hail, 30% chance as well. Very large hail, up to 2 inches in diameter or larger, could be possible. So definitely got to watch out across those regions. Tomorrow's risk, like I said, I'll just do a quick little demonstration. Tomorrow we got 3 areas of slight risk, nothing nearly as crazy as today or yesterday. Small little tornado probability across southeastern Colorado, basically western panhandle of Oklahoma. Day following that, another big day, it looks like, for Oklahoma here for Saturday. And in terms of Sunday, this moves in across Arkansas, portions of Tennessee, into Alabama, Mississippi. Then we move our way into Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. There's no current risks out for you guys due to probability being too low or predictability being too low. So right now, basically between now and Sunday, we got lined up for severe weather. So we'll be live for it. We'll definitely be live for it. We're here for you guys. You know that. We'll always be here for you guys in order to protect and prepare you guys for severe weather that is heading out your way. So anyways, but that's that. That is essentially what we are looking at out there. Let's see. But that is what we are going. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. Brandy says, hey, y'all. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here, Brandy. Hope all is well with you. Like I said, obviously, guys, if y'all have any questions, feel free to let us know. We'll be here for y'all. Make sure you guys are staying safe out there. It looks like a new warning. That wasn't there, was it? That's brand new, isn't it? Hold on, let's see. We're going to hop y'all back over here real quickly to this radar. Yeah, that's relatively new. So it looks like a new severe thunderstorm warning just got issued north of Dallas and Fort Worth for areas towards Crum, Aubrey, Pilot Point, even a little bit of a TVS according to the radar there. Yep, looks like there might even be a little bit of rotation out of that there. Slight area of possible rotation directly west of Pilot Point, northeast of Sanger. So that is an area we should watch closely. Denton, New Hope, Prosper, Salina, you guys are in this severe thunderstorm warning. There is a possibility here for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail being a possibility out there. So that is that. So we'll watch it. Let's see here. So let's see. We got a question. Is Dayton, Ohio going to get hit? Now, believe it or not, there actually is a threat across Ohio here for today. Now, whenever it comes to Dayton, Ohio, really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and hop you guys over here real quickly. So in terms of what is going on in Dayton, let's go and see. I forgot where Dayton's at. Let's go and pull this up for y'all. But what's going on out here in Dayton, Ohio is you do actually have a marginal. You're right on the line there. So even though the probability is very low of you having any severe weather, there is still a shot. And actually right here towards Dayton, just northeast of you, there is a storm that's brewing. A little bit of lightning activity being detected, but really not anything severe at the moment. So that's good news. Right now, although I will say we do have a severe thunderstorm warning here directly south of Canton. directly south of Canton, kind of towards New Philadelphia. We have Goshen, Barnhill, those regions for actually 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 1.25, which is basically half dollar size hail being a possibility out of that. So there is a small chance, that towards your location, once again towards Dayton, could maybe see a few thunderstorms, and there might even be a threat for maybe a few severe. Although, like I said, probabilities is still pretty low. But it just cannot be ruled out. Wow. Holy cow. 76-mile-per-hour wind gusts being reported out here in Gainesville. 51-mile-per-hour sustained winds with 76-mile-per-hour wind gusts being reported in Gainesville, Texas. That is directly north of Fort Worth. That just goes to show you that these storms are not messing around. Holy cow, dude. Yeah, now that's a little bit nasty. So heads up to Gainesville. Yeah, when was this reported? This couldn't have been too long ago either. Let's see. This was reported at 10:15 Eastern, 10:15. Yeah, 10:15 Eastern. So this was as of what? Yeah, about 32 minutes ago. So that is wow, that's pretty crazy. Yep. So definitely some really strong winds on that one. Let's see. I mean, all the warnings do say 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts out of it. There's even a shot that some of these could even, hold some larger hail too. I'd say up to. It seems like that hail threat though, for mostly, it seems to be kind of fading a bit, just a little bit. But in terms of what's going on, it looks like it's turning into mostly a damaging wind threat. But like I said, and like we talked about here earlier, according to the SPC and the Storm Prediction Center and all that fun stuff, they still said that large hail can be expected across northeastern Texas. So I'm not saying that there's going to be no shot for any large hail, but I am saying that there is likely going to be a possibility for mostly damaging wind gusts. I think that's kind of your main line here. Damaging winds, maybe up to, I'd even say maybe up to 80 miles per hour in northeast Texas could be possible. Considering we literally just entered northeast Texas and we already have wind gusts reporting up to 76 miles per hour. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Let's see, Gainesville is really flat up there. I got you. Let's see. So out here towards Gainesville, where this report was actually taken was Gainesville Airport, actually. So that's... Yeah, no, that's right there at the airport. We got reported 70-something, was it 76? Yeah, 76-mile-per-hour winds. Like, that's crazy. Let's see here. The Spiritual Sage, thank you so much for the $2 super chat, saying, is Bogota, Texas, good to go to sleep? I know I said that wrong, actually. But let me look this up for you. So you said Bogota. That's what I'm going to go with, Bogota. But you, my friend, are in the enhanced risk. Okay, so you're in the line of that. You're in the line of that thunderstorm activity. Now, if I switch you over here really quickly, let's see. If I switch you over to, I'm trying to find a closer radar out there. I don't know. Okay, so you're right here. But anyways, the storms in general are tracking. You can see kind of towards your location. So you can kind of see they're heading towards you. Now, if I were you, I would not go to bed yet. I would wait till these storms pass by. It's going to at least be an hour and a half or 2 hours by the time they get to you. Like I said, as long as you have a way to receive like tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings, at that point I'd say I'd feel a little bit better about you doing that. But if you don't have any way of receiving any tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, then I would just stay up. Because like I said, according to the models, it looks like it could get ugly out there. So, like I said, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just letting you know that, it's heading towards you. It's going towards you. And like I said, right now in the storm, there's a tornado warning with it and 70-mile-per-hour winds and possibly for half-dollar size hail too. So, yeah, just stay out there. But once again, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You rock. Thank you so much. Let's see. I'm a local truck driver, so I need sleep. Oh, I got you. Yeah, no, I can see that. You guys always traveling around, can definitely use to sleep. Gets tiring after a while for sure. I bet you. But like I said, I would try to ride it out for at least a couple more hours. Wait till the storms roll through. The good news is that once these storms roll through, most likely that's going to be the end of it. That's most likely going to be the last of the storms you'll see. Because in most cases, it usually is, the initial line that rolls through. Usually after that's whenever the threat dies down. But But anyways, but stay safe out there. Let's see here. Prayers for Perryton, Texas. Not good there. I heard about that. So apparently there was deaths reported in Perryton, if I'm not mistaken. I heard from one of my friends say that there was like over 100 injuries and 2 deaths out there in Perryton. Apparently they got hit really hard earlier. Very, very unfortunate. Very, very sad. But like I said, this weather, I tell you, it's been crazy. Last couple of days, really. It's been nuts. Really, really crazy. Anyways, but that's what's going on. Let's go and take a look here back towards Oklahoma. Oklahoma City currently getting hit by these storms here. 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail seems to be a possibility out there. And I tell you what, I think I have some live cameras out here towards Oklahoma City. So I tell you what, we're going to take a little field trip out there. We're going to see what's going on in the storms out here. So let's go ahead and switch on over. Give me 1 second while I pull up the cameras. This should give us some pretty good views on the storms that's going on. All right, tell you what, let's go ahead and take a look at those right now. So here's live cameras in Oklahoma. This is OKC. It's currently going on right now. You can see the cars going down here. Looks like the roads are definitely wet there. But I tell you what, I'm going to move to the nastiest part of the storm, which is basically in Edmond, which Edmond is slightly north. Let's see. Here's Edmond. So I got a few cameras out there. See here, pointing to the west. I feel like this might even be like the best camera to. This might even be one of the best cameras to go with. Let's try a different one. Let's go up here. We'll try central Oklahoma City here. So there's the current view. Okay, obviously people are still. Oh, there's a little bit of lightning out there on the horizon line. Definitely is a little bit interesting. I think a lot of it is towards like even Mustang. That's kind of where a lot. Oh, there you go. Big lightning strike. Also in Mustang, which is basically southwestern Oklahoma City there, is what we're seeing. Let's see here. But anyways, let's see. Gonna set my alarm and take a nap, says Spiritual Sage. All right, that sounds good. Yeah, just make sure you set your alarm for, I'd set it for like an hour or hour and a half. Yeah, just get yourself a little nap there. Because that will at least help if you're really that tired. But just make sure you're awake during the storms. That's all I ask. I'm sure the storms will probably even wake you up, honestly, considering how much lightning activity is on them. Shoot, there's a lot of lightning activity with these guys. Anyways, but once again, y'all, tornado warning in effect. We're going to do a little update on this here towards Trenton. This is right here north of McKinney, which in general is basically northeast of Dallas. Really not far northeast of Dallas here. This is a tornado warning that's in effect for the next 21 minutes. There's a possibility, obviously, of a tornado out of this. Even 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and golf ball size hail. They actually upgraded that hail threat out there. Like I said, the environment still is possibly conducive for some large hail out there in northeastern Texas. Anyways, but yeah, definitely. Absolutely. So a possibility for some large hail, damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour, and a possible tornado out there, which you better be in your shelter if you're across Blue Ridge and Trenton and Weston. So we'll be here. See, the thunder is already rattling the windows. Wow. Already way out there? Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, you're still pretty far away from it, too. You're actually a pretty good distance away from it. But you're in the enhanced risk, which I would definitely still watch out for it. But yeah. Let's see here. But like I said, y'all, seriously, if y'all have any questions, like I said, let me know. We'll be here for you. We'll obviously make sure that you guys are staying safe out there. And we'll keep you updated. But like I said, right now, y'all, we do got a few storms that is tracking generally towards Tulsa. Like I said, Tulsa, you guys are not in the clear completely. You do have a slight risk after all. There is still a shot for severe weather. And right now to the west, the good news is actually downgraded that damaging wind gusts from 70 mile per hour to now 60. So things could be improving out here. But anyways, like I said, out there towards Tulsa, I would really consider keeping an eye out there for it. Like I said, I would really consider watching, keeping an eye out there for Tulsa. You never know. Those northern storms could definitely produce a potential damaging wind threat out there. Let's see here. When was the last time I ate? Literally before the live stream. Yeah, I ate before the live stream here. Let's see. What about Louisiana? So in terms of Louisiana, yeah, Louisiana does have a risk today, believe it or not. Towards the northern sections mostly. At the moment, things are pretty clear. In terms of what's going on out there in Louisiana right now, it's pretty much clear. There's really not much of any storms at all going on in Louisiana right now. Across the entire state, it's clear. However, I will tell you this. There is actually an enhanced risk. So for central and northern Louisiana, there is a shot for severe weather later on tonight, which I would really keep an eye out there for it. Even this threat even moves into south, kind of south central Mississippi even. With that potential of severe weather. So, yeah, no, seriously, it's out there. So I would consider watching this late tonight, as it does appear possible that a few storms will be rolling through the regions here. I tell you what we're gonna do really quickly. I'm gonna hop you guys over here to the latest HRRR. This is the model. This is the high resolution rapid refresh. This is a computer model for weather. Let's see here. 00Z, we're going to go to 02Z. This is the latest run. And in terms of things, it kind of shows that big cluster of a thunderstorm rolling through. I only got 3 frames on here, but it does show it moving relatively east of Dallas. That potentially could be good. Now, in terms, we're going to hop back a model here. Yeah, the previous model kind of shows a few discrete storms, but you can actually see how it does go through northern Louisiana here pretty early, actually, relatively early in the morning. And then moves its way towards portions of Mississippi. So, yeah, no, honestly, central Mississippi, northern Louisiana, I would even say like southern Arkansas and northern or northeastern Texas. Yeah, keep an eye on the weather for a while today, because it's looking a little bit crazy. Yeah, it definitely is looking a little bit nasty. So we'll be watching there. Let's see here. That is what we were looking at. But anyways, y'all, like I said, if you guys have any questions, hey, feel free to let us know. We're going to be here for you guys for a little bit longer today. Like I said, this is actually our second live stream we did. But I just wanted to go live here for a little bit longer with you guys. But I'll at least be live here for at least like another 15, 20 minutes or so. So I'll be live here for a little bit with you guys, just to continue covering all this here. But once again, like I said, if you guys do enjoy this, leave a thumbs up, leave a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. And share this with your friend and family. Seriously, it'd be greatly appreciated. It really means a lot to us. And it really helps us. It really helps out the channel and, keeps us doing what we love doing here. Anyways, so here we go. New severe thunderstorm warning just got issued here. Let's see, east of Dallas. Look at that. Severe thunderstorm warning for golf ball size hail and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts being a possibility out of there. Wow. So golf ball hail and like I said, and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts could be a possibility out there. So this is kind of just east of Dallas here, mostly towards Greenville. You guys are kind of in the middle of it there. Rockwall included, McKinney. Yeah, you guys are getting real close to it, McKinney. Heads up to you guys, seriously. You know what? I might even be able to find a camera that's out there towards southern Oklahoma. Let's see here. Yeah, you know what? I think I do. I might have a few cameras out here. Maybe, maybe not. We have a couple in Lawton, but Lawton I think is pretty much clear now. Let's see, we'll try Lawton. Yeah, no, honestly, we're good. Yeah, there's really not much going on out there in Lawton. All right, cool. I thought I had a camera out there, but apparently I don't. Let's see here. Liam wants me to take a look here at 34465 really quickly. All right, 34465. It's in Florida. Yeah, you're in a marginal, dude. But in terms of what's going on right now, yeah, you got a couple of thunderstorms, a bit of moderate rainfall, but other than that, really not expected to be anything too crazy. Yeah, it's not expected to be anything too bad. Let's see here. North of Dallas. Yeah, dude, this storm is right north of Dallas. Let's see, which way is this thing going? Is it going to cross into Dallas? Let's see. It honestly looks like it might skim eastern. Yeah, it looks like it might even skim eastern Dallas here. Wow. Yeah, look at that. That's interesting. So you see, there's Dallas there. It looks like it might continue on a track to skim. It'll get real close. Matthew, there's nothing going on for you right now, dude. However, later on tonight, early tomorrow morning, really, there's gonna be a shot for a couple of thunderstorms. But other than that, nothing to worry about right now. Let's see. Oh shoot, Columbus got a severe thunderstorm warning. Columbus, Ohio. Wow. See here, Columbus, Ohio, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. Okay, so hail's obviously not a big concern. That storm is mostly just damaging wind gusts up to 60. However, towards Carrollton, or south of Carrollton now, they just updated the warning. There's a shot for 1.25-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So that's what's going on. Let's see here. What's up, Aiden? Hope you're doing all right. But right now, y'all, we got this one tornado warning still in effect for the next 13 minutes for Blue Ridge, Weston, Trenton. This is directly northeast of Dallas. Like I said, these warnings are going to be like really scraping close to Dallas here. I mean, like I said, they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning here for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and golf ball size hail. For areas east of Dallas towards Rockwall, Greenville, Blue Ridge. Yeah, those areas out there. Yeah, it's going to be a little interesting. But I think mostly Dallas should dodge it. I think Fort Worth has a better chance of this. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it might impact northern Dallas. Yeah, you can see that line of storms rolling there. It's going to get close. It's going to get real close. Let's see here, but that is what is going on. That is essentially what we are seeing here. Let's see here. But like I said, you guys, seriously, if y'all have any questions, let us know. Like I said, I think we're going to head off here in a couple of minutes. So, like I said, I just wanted to be here for a little bit longer tonight with you guys. But, yeah, tomorrow we'll be live here with you guys as well. So, yeah, we'll definitely keep y'all updated. Let's see here. Yeah, but I honestly, like I said, I would keep an eye on Tulsa. You never know. Let's see, Dallas. Yeah, no, honestly, you guys up there in northeastern Texas, that's kind of my main concern right now. That's kind of what I'm a little bit concerned about here, honestly. Like I said, for Mount Pleasant, even Texarkana, the models were showing out a pretty interesting system rolling through. Holy cow. Dude, even looking at satellite view on this cell, that is amazing. Here, I'm going to show y'all real quickly. Here's satellite view. I mean, look at that thing. So Dallas is out like right here, which I think I can turn on. There you go. Yep. There's Dallas right here. And there's Fort Worth. So, see, I'm tired about to call it a nicest Crystal. Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I think I'm the same. I think I'm going the same. I'm getting a little bit tired myself. I think that's what I'm gonna get ready to call it tonight. TRG says, "How am I? I'm doing pretty good." Yeah, I think it's about time. It's getting a little bit later here. I think I'm going to get ready to call it a night here, y'all. See, there's no lightning in my west, says Aiden. Well, that just sucks. Anyways, well, like I said, guys, Northeast Texas, heads up to y'all out there. Also, Central Oklahoma, it's going to continue on for a couple of hours. I mean, this severe weather, I'd love to be tracking the whole thing, but it's going to be continuing until, like sunrise, basically. So it's like, yeah, we're not going to be able to be live during this whole thing. So getting a little bit out of it too. But like I said, it's good. I was happy to be here for at least another hour with y'all. And, once again, just thank you for joining. What about Destin, Florida? Florida's mostly good to go for the most part. I think Florida's mostly done with their threat. A couple of severe thunderstorms, mostly across the northern section of Florida, could be possible. But in general, honestly, I think things are pretty good. Half of the NWW16 viewers are going to be asleep. Yeah, no, I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there. All right, you guys. Well, once again, thank you for joining. We're going to go ahead and turn on to the ending screen. Like I said, you guys, thank you. Sorry it could not be a little bit longer today, but we'll pick right back up tomorrow when severe weather strikes. Obviously, I'll be live with you guys a little bit longer tomorrow here. And once again, big thank you for joining us. If you've not already, y'all, hit that subscribe button. Leave a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. And like I said, if you've not already, hit that subscribe button too. Seriously. Helps out more than you think. And once again, big shout out goes to our donators here for today. I got to give a big shout out to you guys. Shout out goes to Mafia Mods. Thank you so much, dude. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for the super chat. And same thing for the Spiritual Sage. You rock as well. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you all for helping out the channel. You guys absolutely rock. But all right, well, that's what we're looking at. Let's see, tornado risk for Louisiana before you go. Oh, I gotcha. So for Louisiana, you guys are in a, for areas towards Shreveport, 5% chance for tornadoes, and areas in central Louisiana, 2% chance. Which, fine, I'll show you. Let me show you. Here we go. There's the risk for Louisiana. So there's a 5% chance northwestern side and 2% chance across there. There is that whole entire line of storms is expected to roll its way down, even going to the Gulf Coast. So it's going to be quite long-lived, actually. All right, y'all. Now we're heading off here. Thank y'all for joining us. You guys rock. We love you. Like I said, obviously, stream's going to head off here in 2 minutes, so go ahead and say goodbye to your friends and family. Like I said, obviously, we're going to go ahead and call it a night for tonight. And, all right, y'all. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining, and we will catch you guys here later on. We love y'all. Please be safe out there, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out, my friends. See you then.